Hello everybody, thank you for clicking on this video. I am Justin, aka Justintendo, and I am here with Henry from the Flamingo house. Say hi, Henry.
How's it going, guys? How we doing?
Good, I hope you're doing well as well. If you have not subscribed to the Flamingo house, before you watch this video, go subscribe to them and then come back real quick. It takes like a second. Helps channels out greatly. It helps the algorithm. It helps all that internet jargon. And yeah, today we are just going to talk about some games that we would like to see. Maybe not even just a patch, but just maybe some better optimization, I guess, for the Switch 2. Some games that came out on the Switch that, you know, could desperately, or just maybe even just use a little boost, whether it be in frame rate, graphics, even sound. So, I mean...
Yep. Yeah, you mind if I kick this thing off?
100%. I figured we could do like 1-1-1, so...
I love it. I got one top of mind that I don't know how it hasn't. I thought this would have been a launch one. But I love Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
Yes.
And it is sadly still locked at 30 frames per second. The game looks gorgeous, but it runs just a little under par. And that was one of the things when we were talking earlier about why aren't frame rates unlocked?
Right.
Because I'm sure if it was, that game would just fly right up to 60 and we'd be fine. But that, to me, that's like, go in there, patch that, take the lock off. It's a much better game immediately.
Right. I actually have never played that. I played the first one, but I never played Thousand Year Door. And that shocks me that it's not 60, even on the Switch 1. When, like...
Yeah, because the GameCube version is 60 frames per second.
Yeah, and Odyssey was 60. So, like, how was...
Yeah.
Paper Mario not?
Paper Mario.
What?
No, that's so true. I don't know how that went around to that.
Yeah, that is... I need to play that game, though.
It's so good. It's so good, yeah.
My first one is Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. If you guys all saw my video, Kingdom Battle, it didn't like get an update or a patch or anything, but they did uncap the frame rate and now runs at 60. I think it might be 1440p, maybe even 4K at 60, I don't even know, but it just looks and runs better.
Okay.
But Sparks of Hope, the sequel, and a game that a lot of people think is worse, a lot of people think it's better. It changed a lot with the gameplay, and I don't know if you've played either of them.
So, my co-host, Steve, actually is one of those people who thinks the first one is better than the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've never played... I've played a little bit of Kingdom Battle, but it takes... I'm not necessarily a, like, XCOM-like strategy RPG, like, kind of guy. I love... You know, I've gotten into Fire Emblem a lot. I just need to get into... I think I need to sit down and play it.
Yep.
But
it was kind of...
It's a really well-polished game. It seems really cool.
It was kind of Bravely Default that got me into the turn-based thing. But what really irks me about Sparks of Hope is that it could run at 60. It's a very big and very ambitious game, especially for the Switch 1. But it looks worse on Switch 2 than it does on Switch 1. And I don't understand, like, it, as far as I only played about half hour of it, it runs the same, but it just looks substantially worse. It's more blurry, and it's like,
that's tough.
I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how, because that game sold, I mean, it sold well enough that it got a bunch of DLC and stuff, but I'm like, it's a lot of people's gold standard for, and it had Rosalina and a lot of callbacks to Galaxy, but I'm just like, at least have it run the same. Like, how does it look worse on modern hardware? Like, that just baffles me.
That stinks too, because it's a Ubisoft game, so you know that even when we look at it, we go, that sold really well. They're probably like, it didn't sell 20 million copies.
Exactly, you're so
like,
right.
Come on. It's so crazy. I was going to say the same thing with, when you were talking about how it looks blurrier. I'm like a fake fan of this series because I haven't finished any of the games. But they're really cool. The Xenoblade trilogy on Switch. They could all use just to, like, take off the seatbelt, like, full on, like, 4K, 60 FPS. Because I think that going back to... I've, like, made about halfway through 1 and about halfway through 3. I bounced off of 2, like, so hard. I think a lot of people would probably be mad that I'm saying that. But it was, like, so... And I, like, love... You know, I grew up in the 2000s. I love, like... 90s anime. There's a lot of like really cool aesthetics there. But it was like whoa, like way over the top for me. That I was like,
it was.
It's a little much. I love the cast of 1, and I love the cast of 3.
Yeah, 1's
and
great.
the game just looks a little, like 3 especially, just looks a little blurry now on Switch 2. And that's so weird because, like, Monolith Soft, they work so hard to make their games, like, look incredible that I'm like, if they're not going in for another patch, it does make me think, like, is there, like, a more beefier Switch 2 edition coming? Or are they going to pull a Metroid Prime trilogy and release, like, an $80 Xenoblade, 3 games in 1 that are all 4K 60? I could really see that happening.
I 100%
it's
could
a big enough It's a big enough series now, I
think. 100%,
honestly.
especially in the past 5-6 years. Like, it's really taken off.
It's so crazy that I remember, like, the 2010s and people were fighting to get Xenoblade just released in North America.
Literally.
And now it's like, you got 3 technically characters in Smash. And 4 games on the Switch. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
It's huge.
Yeah. That's one for me.
Cool. All right, Xenoblade. I only played the first one. I actually don't even know if I finished it, but I was hooked from the beginning. Like, the 2 giant beings, like, being what they live
the
on.
Setting.
Like, this is so cool. Like, what?
The setting is awesome. I gotta go back. That was a video I considered making. I still might, but I just wanted to make a video that was like, should I finish Xenoblade? Like,
yes, do it.
Someone help convince me to finish it, please.
Force me to do it.
Because it's such a time sink, you know.
Yep.
But I just heard, like, the people who are diehard fans are like, it's the most amazing game ever, and I'm like, okay. All right, I'm willing to find out. Yeah, any other games that you think need a little boost?
I have a couple more. I don't think I have a single Nintendo one on here, just because all the first parties are kind of well optimized already. But my next one is Skyrim. The Switch is the system that I've played Skyrim on first, and it's good.
Sure.
It's like a locked 30 most times. It's a very good experience. But I think especially with Anniversary Edition, is that what it was called a couple years back?
Yeah.
And I think it was Anniversary Edition. That release, and it still didn't have like an FOV slider, which now I'm like, I need an FOV slider, because especially back then, like, I get like motion sick now in my old age, where it's like it's so close, and I'm like, I can't keep turning, like I'm gonna throw up. And so just like a little bit of quality of life changes. It doesn't even have to be a Switch 2 upgrade really, but just add in some more mod support, make it look a little prettier, and then give me an FOV.
Definitely.
Like, make it like it's so boxed in.
For Bethesda, that feels like a quick patch. That doesn't seem too intense. I was speaking of at least a company that is like adjacent to there, is that Activision released like the Spyro Reignited trilogy, and it kind of came out like under par. Like, it was like lagging on the PS4, which I'm like, that's not a good sign. And the Switch version is like, the Switch 1 version is pretty much that, still the same thing. And that game, it's never going to get one. It's never going to get one. But that game desperately needs, like, a full-on 4K 60 FPS. Because, like, you can tell as they were building the game, they spent all this time in 1, and then, like, a little less time making 2, and then, like, no time at all making 3. It's so tough. It's really... They're all still really great platformers, but, like, for 2 and 3, I'm like, I might go back to the PS1 for those ones. Like, it's a little rougher.
They spent about an hour and a half making 3. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, for real. It's like the Melee development timeline. They're like, all right,
hurry, we gotta go.
How many days do we have? Yeah.
It's tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Smash, that's a game that I think deserves, because it loads a lot faster now on Switch 2. Which is fantastic.
I've seen that actually.
I think it deserves a full-on Switch 2 edition, because with Masahiro Sakurai working on Kirby Air Riders, I don't think either there's a Smash in development, or they're like, let's just put this one out quick.
Right.
And I was talking to the other guys on the podcast, and like, I think there's a chance that it could be the like surprise November title this year. Again, I'm not a leaker. I'm not saying anything. This is hope. This is just hope for you. But I think it would be cool if they had like a sort of what Smash Ultimate did for the Switch generation, and it's like, look, we got the same game ready to go for you. Hopefully Cloud and Sora are still in it. We'll see. You know, with Square Enix and everything. But I think if they add like a few extra characters, that'd be cool. Like, I don't know, the guy from Void Co, maybe one of the monkeys.
Yeah, right. There we go.
That'd be kind of cool. I think just like a slightly new edition of Smash would be really fun, I think.
I agree. I think...
Yeah, just a few new characters, yeah.
Yeah. It kind of goes... Okay, quick tangent. When like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out, and, like, the booster course passed and everything, and people are like, how do you even make another Mario Kart game? Like, this is literally every track ever. Not actually, but almost. Like, every character ever. Like, what do you even do? And so with Smash, I'm like, that's kind of like the same boat. Like, Smash Ultimate is, like, the platform fighter. It's like, what do you even do? Like, do you just re-release it again? Like Smash Deluxe or something? Or do you make a new one with an open world? Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's, what do you do in a game that it's like, people come to it specifically for the 2D platformer gameplay?
Right.
It's like, people are like, well, go 3D. And I'm like, but then, like, you risk losing,
it's
like,
not
all
even
the fans and everything.
It's not even a platform fighter anymore.
Yeah, no. So it's definitely a precarious spot. But for now, if you want to do like a small incremental upgrade, I think that's good. And speaking of small incremental updates, Metroid Prime Remastered, push that up to 4K 60. That would be unbelievable. That game's already so good. If they just gave it the same features that Prime 4 is going to get.
Yeah.
Which I also played in New York, and that's fantastic. I can't
I'm
wait
excited.
for that game.
I never played Prime.
God.
What does Prime 1 run on Switch? Is it 30?
I think it's 1080p 30, which is like,
okay, it is 30.
It's still like nice that they were able to push that out, and that's great. But yeah, just unlock it. That's the theme
literally.
Of today.
That should be like, I wanted that to be like in the update when Switch 2 came out, like the firmware update, like the uncapping update, like every single game, unlock the frame rate, like just let it do what it can, because there's so many games, and I'm like, Sparks of Hope should not be 30 FPS and running at, it looks like 700p. Like, come on.
I know there are some games that like they run well, but they have just like the slightest bits of drops, like the Mario RPG remake or like Brothership. Like,
correct. Yeah.
You know, it's like those could be like just freed of their shackles and just like
literally,
because obviously they can run a lot better than we're being shown. Yep. It's just now that we got to wait for the kind of drip feed of like, okay, now this one's good, now this one's good. It's the name of the game. But like, speaking of the drip feed thing, like, I will at least hand it to Nintendo that the NSO library is now so worth the money that you pay for it. It used to be like, oh god, like, how am I doing this?
Terrible,
but
you're right.
Now it's awesome with GameCube and N64 and SNES.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it's wonderful.
Adding in all the
any other
games?
stuff. Oh yeah, for sure. Any other games that you think need a little boost?
Okay, I have two, but I'll be quick. Minecraft.
No, please.
Love Minecraft, but the Switch edition was awful. Awful.
Was it like the Fortnite Switch One edition? Because I've seen clips of that.
It was honestly worse. Like, there would be moments where like my world just wouldn't load in. It's like I would be running, and then like there would just be blue sky because like the land hadn't loaded in yet, and I'd sit there for like 10 seconds. I was like looking at a cliff because my world hadn't loaded in yet, and I'm like, this can't be that hard of a game to run. It's blocks. Like, how is this so like? How are games like Mario Odyssey running at 60 and this is running at like 20 and not even loading my thing? But I have a realm, which is like an online, like you upload your world, and your other friends can play on that world whenever they want. And so since that's like through the internet, realms run a lot better, and it does run better on Switch too, but not anywhere near where it should be. Like, it should be uncapped 60 and it should have no stuttering, and it still does, and I'm like, weird. And it's Microsoft. Microsoft's never gonna fix it. It's what they do. But
because they're like, people are gonna buy it. It's Minecraft.
It's Minecraft, right?
Yeah, the kids aren't worried about that, and it's like, yeah, but come on, you can fix it. So like, let's go. And 100%. It's like the most popular game ever.
Yeah, right. Literally.
Yeah, that's crazy. My really big one, like, there's a lot of like some little games that I think like, I don't necessarily even want to predict because I feel like it's going to happen. Like, I think that there will be something for Mario Brothers Wonder because of the 40th anniversary of Mario. I think we could see that happening. That'd be really cool. Whether it's big or small, but I feel like bumping that game up would be huge. My favorite Switch game ever is Pikmin 4, and I really want to see some like heavy, like you know, because the game already looks really nice graphically.
Right.
But I think like 4K 60 would be great, and also just like an extra like side mission based around like Louis or something like would be really fun. I think that game kind of, not that it came and went, because it actually sold the best out of any Pikmin game, which I was so happy about. But I feel like it is it was due for DLC, and it never got it, because I was kind of like, look, this game is fantastic, and the freaks like me who will 100% something like this, we need more. So I was always thinking about that, but maybe they were saving it for something like this. I think all in all, so much of the fun of the Switch 2 has been like popping in these games that just suddenly look better. Like Echoes of Wisdom and Link's Awakening are so nice to play now.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Which I forgot, like Link's Awakening. I forgot that was a little rough. Like, I don't know if because it was chugging. Yeah. And I'm like, this is kind of brutal. And then on Switch 2, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. It's such a great game. And I'm like, thank you for...
Some of those are like inexplicable. I'm like, how does this game run poorly when like Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey are running really nicely? It doesn't make any sense.
Odyssey is always like the gold standard. That was a launch. That was a game that came out at the beginning of Switch 1.
And they had it on lock already. It was great.
Yep.
Did you have you played any of the updates or the upgrades for the Zelda games? Like Tears or Breath of the Wild? They look amazing. They look so amazing. It's
I haven't touched Tears. I actually never even finished Tears, which I need to, but
me either. Don't worry. No judgment zone.
All of my friends,
I'm like,
I think like 2 of them finished it, and everyone else is like, it was good. I never finished it, but it was good.
You're like, it's a long game. I'm like 3/4 of the way through. I've seen the last boss fight. I will get there. It looks so amazing. Like, I will get there. But yeah, no, I restarted Breath of the Wild, and
I just it is crazy to see like what this is how they wanted it to look. This is how they wanted it to run, like ideally.
Totally.
But it was running on a calculator, a toaster essentially, and so it changes how it feels completely. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, totally. All right, yeah. Hit me with maybe one more game idea for us, huh?
Yep. My last one is something that's not even really that negative, but it's just The Witcher 3. And the reason I say that is because, once again, Switch is the console that I first played Witcher 3 on. Have you played The Witcher 3?
I have played. I played it like on the PS4, so it was like kind of like probably outdated to how expanded it is now, but it's super cool.
Yep. I mean it's not old, but it's a while ago. And so it was one of the it's joined now by No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk as like a miracle port, because there's no reason it should have ran as well as it did on the Switch 1. And on Switch 2 it does look better. Like it's a little more crispy and stuff, but I think because that's the complete edition, it has all the DLC that came out after. I think it could 100% use a Switch 2 edition, or just update it. Like, just uncap the frame rate, make it a little less blurry, and then just call it a day. Because it already has all the content it needs. And so, but then again, it's not like it's not a half-baked port by any stretch. It's definitely a port that's like, this is unbelievable. Like, how is it running on the Switch?
Yeah, that whole, I think having Cyberpunk at launch was such a power move.
I agree.
Because, that game, I remember, way back when it came out, in, 2020, my roommate at the time, he was so hyped on the game, and I remember just watching as it kept crashing as he was playing it.
And
I'm like,
awful.
That's so sad. I'm like, this game has definitely had, a great, a renaissance, and it's great that they,
100%.
Gave all the DLC just right there on the card for the Switch 2. That was definitely a good move. Steve, who is on the podcast, he is such a PC guy. So he's like, why would you play third-party games anywhere else? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, first of all, it's handheld, and it looks really, really good.
And I can take it anywhere I want to.
Exactly, right? Yeah. No, it's those kind of ports, whether it's The Witcher or No Man's Sky, like you were saying. It's so nice to see third-party companies go the extra mile and just be like, yeah, of course we could have this run really nice on Steam, but we're going to make a really great experience for all these fans who don't have a PC.
100%.
And because tons of people will have a Switch, and tons of people are apparently going to have Switch 2s with how the sales are going. So it's just the right move. I think it's so funny to see. I've been a Nintendo fan for so long, and it's so funny to see third parties buddying up to them compared to when I was in high school, it was like the Wii U Doomsday things.
Oh my
like,
gosh, yep.
That was what was going on, and I just couldn't, like, I remember telling my friends, they were like, "You got a Wii U?" And I was like, "Well, they remade Wind Waker. It's pretty cool." And then I had nothing else until Mario Kart and Smash came out, basically.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so tough. But yeah, I think it's such a great thing to look forward to, that like now the sky's the limit with kind of like any graphical improvement ever in a Nintendo game. It's like, yeah, we can kind of do it now.
100%.
And obviously we had to pay a little more to get that experience, but it feels so fun to play like buttery smooth games that you know and love already.
Yep, 100%.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me. This has been a blast.
Absolutely, this is so fun.
We definitely got to talk more, because it's Switch 2's just starting, so there's so much on the horizon.
Literally less than 2 weeks. Yeah, just begun.
Oh my gosh, not even a month. That's so wild.
Yep, Bonanza's just around the corner.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I love it. Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Again, guys, make sure to go subscribe to the Flamingo House. Follow them on Bluesky. Are you on Twitter, Henry?
Yeah, we're on Twitter. We're also on TikTok and Instagram as well. So we're all over. The Flamingo House is everywhere.
Good. All the links will be in the description. Obviously, you're definitely going to be seeing more of us talking. Maybe even me on a potential podcast episode in the future. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Stay tuned.
Yeah. But I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this format, and I hope you guys take care.